Hello everyone, today in this video what I'll be talking about is Phase 3 Heighten Alert and how does it affect us in the property market as agents, as buyers, as sellers as well. So without further ado, let's begin. My name is Randall, and this video I'm creating as a follow-up to my previous video about the Phase 2 Heighten Alert. So in the Phase 2 Heighten Alert, what we see is that actually there's a lot of transactions being done virtually, and buyers are being bought it virtually. But of course, there are some buyers that decided to wait and see and hold out their purchase until right now in the Phase 3 Heighten Alert. For example, one of my friends who is buying a landed property, a $5 million landed property, actually decided to put on hold his plans during the Phase 2 Heighten Alert. And right now we are actually going to be viewing a place today this afternoon at one of the landed estates, because he wanted to bring his parents down to take a look at the place as well. So what I mean by this is that because there is a lot of buyers that are looking in the market and very keen to enter the market, that's why there is also a gap where those buyers that are looking for higher budget properties, for example a $5 million budget, they may actually tend to hold out their purchase until they can physically take a view of the place. So what it means over there for even as a buyer is to actually do your numbers before even taking a look at the property, and at least make sure this property is suited for you before you take a view of it. It's a little bit like shortlisting something that you prefer and something that you like. Now moving on to the sellers. So for sellers itself, right, usually what I'll be very keen to actually mention about is also about considering every buyer, and if really there's a huge number of buyers pool coming in to actually inquire about your property, do not just open your property to any Tom, Dick and Harry. Is really to sit down with your trusted property advisor to actually give you an advice on how to plan out your sales. Because for myself personally is that I had a listing during the Phase 2 Heighten Alert period, and what we did over there during this property itself was, instead of doing everybody physical viewing, because we had close to 30 buyer groups, we cannot actually accommodate every of them. So what I did was actually I created a virtual open house, where what I did is to actually show the property over a virtual open house to all the interested buyers out there, and explaining to them each individual parts about the property. So for example, like the kitchen, I will show the area down there, and some of them actually asked me what's the facing of the kitchen area and all that. So with that, actually I allowed the buyers to have a feel of the place and understanding of the place, and from there is that we also managed to achieve a very good price for the sellers itself. So what I mean by this is, because whenever we plan our property selling, right, we also have to understand that sometimes we do not just want to open our house just like a show unit to everyone. We will need to actually curate the number of buyers that come in and plan properly. So it brings me to my next point, which is whenever we are planning our property sales itself, we also have to understand our numbers clearly in terms of if we are upgrading to a private property, what can be done and what cannot be done. So actually I carefully curated and created a free online training for you to attend to actually understand more about how can you upgrade from your HDB flat to a private property very smoothly, or even from a private property to a bigger private property. So this guide is online training that I actually created. So do click on the link in the description box so that you can actually get updated onto more news about this as well. And something very important that I wanted to mention as well is, actually I've created a new series, which is the Ask the Expert series over here in my channel, and I'm gonna have a few of the top industry leaders in each industry to actually share a little bit more about their industry. For example, a renovation industry, what does buyers have to take note, especially whenever we are talking about buying a property or even renovating our property. And I also have insurance industry to actually share with us how do they protect the mortgage and all that for that. I look forward to see you all in my next video.